In this series, we're going to be making a lot of new programs. And every time we make a new program, there's a lot of steps to do. Because we're not using some fancy software package, it might behoove us to automate that process to make it easy for us to be able to start a new project, a new program each time. So that's what this is about. We're doing this early on in order to be able to, so that you can open a new program up easily. Like many of these videos, the first step is to just get a command prompt up. So type CMD in the search bar and up comes the command prompt. And as always, the first step is to cd space desktop, then cd space C code to get into our C code folder. The next thing we want to do is we want to create a template program so that we can use that template to start from everything else. We could use hello.c, but I'm going to actually make a template folder with a template.c program in it. In order to do that, it's a two-step process. First, you have to do xcopy. So xcopy hello template. So xcopy space hello space template. And then you need this special little thing at the end called /I, and that means include all the files on the inside. Now, when we look in File Manager, we can actually see that there's now a second folder in there, template. And let's go ahead and look inside there. So when we cd into template, cd space template, and then enter, and then do a dir, you can see two files there, the old hello.c file and also the executable file that we made. When we did the compiling in the last lesson, we didn't see the .exe extension. We just said hello. We didn't say hello.exe, but it's there. DOS puts it there in order so that everybody knows it's an executable file, but even though you can run it without using that .exe extension. We don't need the executable at all. We're just going to we could remake an executable each time. So go ahead and delete the executable file. You could do this in File Manager just by clicking and getting rid of it, but I'm just going to do it all with command lines in order to get us thinking about doing more and more at the low level. And so you just type delete, del space hello.exe, and that gets rid of the file. If you look at it in File Manager, all of a sudden the hello.exe file, which was there, is no longer there. And so it matches. What you do in the command prompt shows up on the Windows operating system as well. The next thing to do is to rename hello.c to be template.c, to be the template program. So the way to do that is with the move command. Move hello.c space template.c. And so that renames the hello.c file to template.c. Again, if you want, you can do this all in File Manager too. You can just click on it and change the name. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to make our own DOS command, just like del and move and all the things that we've used so far, xcopy. These are all DOS commands. And so we're going to make our own. It's called a batch file where you put commands in it and it will do what you want it to do. We want to put that command in the directory, the C code directory. So we have to go back up one folder, one directory, and the command for that is cd space ... Then enter, and then you go back up to the C code directory. Then I want to make a batch file, and the one I'm going to call it is make project. So I do echo dot greater than symbol space make project dot bat, and that's this. That's going to be where we're going to write our own DOS command. When you try to click on it to have Notepad++ open it up, a bat is a form of executable file for DOS, so it just runs it. It doesn't try to open it up. So in order to open up that file, you need to go to Notepad++, then File, then Open, and then get makeproject.bat. That's the only way to get it up. And so up will come Notepad++ with the empty makeproject.bat file. And so get to that point. Makeproject.bat is only going to have 3 lines in it. The first line is an xcopy command. Just like we xcopied hello into template, we're going to copy the folder, the template folder, to be the name of the new project that we pick. And so the command is xcopy space template space %1 space and then that forward capital I term. We'll figure out what %1 is in a minute. I'm going to show you what that is. So hold tight on your questions if you don't understand that yet. Just type out this script, this batch file. The next command is cd space and then %1. And then it's the move command. I want to move template.c to be %1.c. And so that way I can, if you get this all right and then save it, remember to Control S to save it, then it will actually be a batch file that will actually do what we want. And I'm going to show you in the next slide. So now we go back to the command prompt from Notepad++. You can close Notepad++ down. And we're in the C code directory. We can actually run this batch file. So I'm going to do that. I go make project.bat space, and then the name of the new project that I want. I'm going to call it new program just as a dummy file. We're going to throw that away later. It's just, I'm going to make it just for the purpose of this lesson only. And so space new program, all one word. So then when I do that, you can see the commands that we typed out go out. And wherever there was a %1 in the batch file, it puts new program. So new program's the name of the new directory, new program's the name of the new C file. And then when you go, and it leaves you inside the directory so that if you do a dir or you want to compile that actual program, you're actually already in that directory. And so that the new program is actually all ready to go. And in the file manager, you would just click on it. Notepad++ would bring it up. There would be the skeleton program. It would have the printf hello world line in it. You could just erase that and then just start programming from there. That's how it works. And this makes starting a new program super duper easy. You just have to type out make project.bat space and then the name of the new project that you want. So I'm always going to use this script. It shows you the commands underneath, which is kind of a neat thing. You can actually turn that off if you want on these batch files, but I don't. I just want you to see it so you can learn more, that's all. At the end of this thing, just go ahead in File Manager and just delete that folder, new program. You don't need it. It's not necessary.